So hi, I am Surbhi Verma from Rescon Partners, and we have organized this session particularly on diversity, equity and inclusion. I am here with us with Mr. Animesh Gupta, who is a mentor particularly in distress asset reconstruction, and he has multiple years of experience. He's in the industry for like
32 years now.
32 years plus.
Worked with petrochemical, with automobile manufacturing, with lubricant, paint, major companies, and last several years I had been in the steel industry. I had been, by way of my career advancement, had been basically become a distress asset mentor, because wherever I was working initially, the asset became distress, and I learned a lot how to manage the show without much of working capital. So it was BPR, like business process re-engineering, which we had been doing, and then we had come a long way. I had come a long way, turned around 6, 7 of them in last 15 years. Recently, I was working for Jindal Steel and Power as their president and group chief logistic officer, and the task which was entrusted to me was to upscale the supply chain from X to 2X, which is on the way, successfully being done. I have moved out from there, and now I wish that I will be mentoring more distress assets of the country to make the country prosper, to make the company move forward. स्वच्छ भारत के साथ में स्वतंत्र भारत हमारा, इंडस्ट्रियली स्वतंत्र भारत, जो आज भी which is a developing country, we need to move on to a developed country stigma now. Yes.
So sir, this because provided your experience in so many industries, steel, petrochemical, manufacturing, and considering the lubricants and all, like the FMCG part is also somehow you have. So my first thing I want to know is like, what is your take on diversity, equity and inclusiveness? Because see, initially, the companies used to give more importance to the shareholder. So it was driven around the shareholder value. So if the shareholder is getting return, it's good. If it's not, then it's a big problem. But now it has moved to a stakeholder-centric approach where everyone is important to us, with the employees, with the customers, with the vendors, all the third parties.
So it is sabka saath, sabka vikas, which is being, we are,
so when
we are sticking to.
Yes. Our approach has changed so drastically over the time. So how challenging and difficult it is to implement something like diversity, equity and inclusive initiative, which is very important, but at the same time, its level of implementation changes from industry to industry. So here if we talk about, let's consider or focus only on the manufacturing per se.
Yes.
So how do you think that, first of all, what are the challenges according to you?
See, as of now, the challenges are developed skill with our people.
Right.
So since I had been there in supply chain for a long period of time, and supply chain had not been given the proper thrust in the industry, the owners had always been pushing not the best, but the bad talent which used to come from their village. A slip is given, go in logistics, go in procurement department, because they've always wanted to have their eyes and ears in such processes. So that has not given much thrust to this sector of supply chain management. Of late, we have understood that when we are keeping our inventories low, we are buying the right material to bring it at the right time, keeping inventories very, very low, you need to have a proper skill set, which is still missing in the industry. People of my age, which is say with 25 to 30 years of experience, they are doing good, but a little less than say 12 years, 15 years of experience, that skill is still not there in the industry. So that is a big challenge for all of us. We have been discussing this in a number of platforms, and thanks to the Prime Minister of the country, who has given the initiative of skill development. So this is one of the skills which is required to be developed drastically, and to upscale them to give the thrust in the service part of the manufacturing. So supply chain management is basically a service, giving service to the manufacturing.
Right, sir. So when we incorporate this with the diversity, equity and inclusive part, for example, we have broadened the spectrum. We started bringing the vendors. Let's take the supply chain itself from the different multiple geographies, from the different sectors. So do you think that it somehow enhances or contributes to the skill set? Because maybe we are looking at one place. So if we broaden the spectrum and kind of invite diversity into the whole industries, do you think it will?
So I need to understand more on the diversity part. Once we are talking about the supply chain, so what diversity you are talking about?
Diversity, it could be like different nationalities, different
Oh,
regions,
that's
age,
perfectly
gender.
okay. So it is irrespective of caste, creed, and culture. The skill set is most important. So skill
Set is
set can be from East India, North India, South India, West India, Eurasia, or from US. Skill set is required. So that skill set needs to be upgraded, upscaled, and it is inclusive.
It is in.
Yes.
So my very first question will be related to the implementation of DEI in manufacturing sector. So I would like to know, because you have seen everything up close. First, what are the challenges generally we face DEI implementation faces in manufacturing, and second of all, what suggestions you can give to ease out the whole process?
See, it's diversity wise, like DI, as you said, there are not many challenges left as of now.
Okay.
Earlier, 10 years back or 15 years back, there were. Now, with the communication, opened up communication and the internet coming up at the grassroots level, those barriers have completely diminished out. It's no more there. When you talk about the inclusiveness, I said, so we include the skill set, irrespective of any caste, creed, and culture. When it comes to the equity part of it, yes, the promoters' involvement with any process, with their investment is 100% required, because until unless they get the pain of it,
right,
it has to be a top-bottom approach.
Absolutely.
And that's very important as of now, because I had been seeing this in lot of my workplaces. It was a British Lala, it was a American Lala, or a Indian Lala. So Lala means Lala De Mat. So that was the perception we used to have. They had always been talking about more and more profits, more and more of earnings.
Yeah.
But ultimately, even the promoters, they have realized, and they are in sync that they have to drive the processes, and they are fully involved. Now the new generation of promoters, like promoters who are between 35 years of age to say 50 years of age, they are 100% involved, and they are all professionals. They are not without any professional degree. They all are with professional degrees, and this gives them the cutting edge to understand the process, to understand the person, to understand the operational excellence also of a company. So they contribute, and that's how they even so they don't come and join their dad's company and become the vice president or the president. Yeah. So they start from the grassroots level, and then they also gradually move up the ladder like any other professional in the company.
Right.
So that's it.
No, thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.